For decades, the border between Canada and the United States has been a symbol of friendship and cooperation. Millions of Canadians and Americans cross this border every year, whether for business, pleasure, or to visit loved ones. However, a new chill has settled over this relationship, casting a shadow on the future of travel between these two North American neighbors. Recent trade disputes and political disagreements have created an atmosphere of uncertainty and tension, prompting many Canadians to reconsider their travel plans to the United States. The United States relies heavily on Canadian tourism, with millions of Canadians visiting popular destinations like New York City, Las Vegas, and Florida every year. A decline in Canadian tourism could have a ripple effect throughout the US economy, impacting businesses, employment, and local communities. This essay explores the emerging trend of Canadians boycotting travel to the US, examining the motivations behind this movement and its potential impact on the tourism industries of both nations. The Canadian boycott of US travel is more than just a passing trend. It reflects a deep-seated unease with the current political climate and a growing sense of disillusionment amongst many Canadians. Recent surveys suggest that a significant number of Canadians are choosing to forego trips to the US in favor of destinations that align more closely with their values and priorities. This shift in travel preferences is driven by political disagreements, economic concerns, and a desire to make a statement through their consumer choices. One of the most significant drivers of the boycott is the perception that the current US administration's policies are at odds with Canadian values. Canadians have long prided themselves on their country's reputation for inclusivity, tolerance, and international cooperation. Recent US policies on immigration, trade, and climate change have been met with widespread disapproval in Canada, leading some Canadians to question whether their southern neighbour still shares their core values. Beyond the political realm, economic factors are also playing a role in Canadians' decision to reconsider travel to the US. The decline in Canadian tourism is already being felt in communities across the United States that rely heavily on Canadian visitors. Border towns and popular tourist destinations are reporting a drop in visitor numbers, leading to concerns about lost revenue and job losses. Businesses that cater specifically to Canadian travelers, such as hotels, restaurants, and retail stores, are particularly vulnerable to this downturn. The economic impact of the Canadian boycott is not limited to border communities or tourist hotspots. Major US cities, including New York, Los Angeles, and Las Vegas, are also feeling the pinch as fewer Canadians choose to visit. These cities are home to world-renowned attractions, cultural institutions, and entertainment venues that rely on a steady stream of tourists to sustain their operations. A decline in Canadian visitors could have a ripple effect throughout these urban economies, impacting everything from hotel occupancy rates to restaurant revenues. The current situation regarding Canadian travel to the US is fluid and uncertain. While there is clear evidence of a shift in travel patterns and anecdotal accounts of cancellations, it remains to be seen whether this trend will continue or intensify in the coming months and years. The future of Canadian tourism to the US will likely depend on a complex interplay of factors, including the trajectory of trade relations, the political climate in both countries, and the overall health of the global economy. Despite the challenges, it is important to remember that the bonds between Canada and the United States run deep. Our two countries share a long history of friendship, cooperation, and shared values. Open dialogue, mutual respect, and a commitment to finding common ground will be essential for navigating the challenges ahead and ensuring that the border between our two countries remains a symbol of friendship and collaboration. By embracing our shared history, celebrating our cultural diversity, and working together to address common challenges, we can create a brighter future for both Canadians and Americans.